Hello, my CA warriors. Punarvas Jaikumar here. I'm a chartered accountant, passionate trainer. In the last 10 years, I've trained over 15,000 CA students. I am partnering with Unacademy for CA Foundation in this very own 100% English CA Foundation channel by Unacademy. So before we start today's session, my dear friends, I just want to talk to you a couple of minutes about something very important. So please listen in. First of all, please join my Telegram channel. It's called t.me/pjlaw. In this, I'll be giving you a lot of updates. I'll be sharing notes. I'll be sharing quizzes. There'll be a lot of polls, and I will get to interact with each of you. So if you are a CA Foundation student, and if you prefer learning in 100% English, join my Unacademy CA Foundation channel, PJ Law. In Unacademy, we have two very important and interesting subscription packages. The first one is called as Iconic. The second one is called as Plus. There is personal guidance, live classes, weekly tests, proper study planner, study material, expert guidelines, test analysis. All other things will take care. You just study. Rather than you doing everything in life, allow us to do something for you. Everything will take care, and all you need to do, my dear friends, is just study. We have India's best educators on Unacademy, and you should go in for an Unacademy subscription. Sir, let me try out first. Please download the Unacademy app, register yourself, and go through the so many wonderful educators videos that they have put up, so that you can definitely crack it. So two packages. One is called the Plus package. So 24 months package, 12 months package, 6 months package, 3 months package. You can see the rates here. Sir, what is Plus? In CA Foundation subscription called as Plus, you have India's best educators, interactive live classes, structured courses and PDFs, live tests and quizzes. Sir, I want something more. I want a personal coach. I want printed books. No problem, dear friends. You can go for the Iconic subscription. Everything you get the same as the Plus subscription, but two extra things, personal coach and printed books as well. And what is it that is blinking down? If you use my code PJSirLaw, you will get 10% discount. So friends, in today's concept capsule, what we need to understand is the difference between wagering agreement and contingent contract, and what is a wager, what is a contingent contract, how are they similar, how are they different, is what we need to understand. So let's get on with it. Let me just change this. Right. So what do you mean by a wager? And what do you mean by contingent contract? What do you mean by a wager, and what do you mean by contingent contract? Wager or contingent contract, both are different obviously. Wager is like a betting transaction. If I say RCB will win, if you say no, Mumbai Indians will win, one more fellow says no, CSK will win. Little bit color change. Yeah, CSK will win. So my dear friends, when we put a bet as to who will win for, let's say, 500 rupees or 1000 rupees, whatever it is, that is called as a wager. So the bet will depend on the happening or non-happening of an event. It would be an uncertain event. Third one, it would be a future event. happening or non-happening of an uncertain future event. Contingent contract means what? It is the contract with respect to, let's say, contingent contract basically, friends. It is the contract with respect to life insurance, for example. I will take a life insurance policy for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Right? So, what is the event here? Event is death. So, the entire contingent contract depends on the happening or non-happening of the event. Second one, it must be an uncertain event. Mind you, dear friends, death is definitely certain. But death in the next 10 years, death in the next 15 years, death in the next 20 years, that is uncertain. Death is certain for sure. Everybody will die. All of us will die. But death in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, that is uncertain. So, happening or non-happening of an uncertain event, happening or non-happening of an uncertain event, an uncertain future event. My dear friends, if you see, this particular thing is also happening or non-happening, uncertain event, future event. This also happening or non-happening, uncertain future event. Both are looking the same, but a wager is definitely valid. No, wager is 100% void, but a contingent contract is definitely valid. A contingent contract is definitely valid, my dear friends, but a wager is 100% void. Right? Contingent contract is valid, wager is void. So, happening or non-happening of an uncertain future event, it is void here. Happening or non-happening of an uncertain future event, that is valid here. What is the difference then, my dear friends? Why is this void and why is this valid? Most importantly, my dear buddies, in a wager, there is a win-loss scenario. One person will win for sure, one person will lose for sure. CSK and Mumbai Indians will win for sure, RCB will lose for sure. Win-loss scenario. In a contingent contract, my dear buddies, it is always a win-win scenario. I always give this example in all my classes, whether it is Plus class, YouTube, always, because you can relate to this example. That's the reason. Right? So, contingent contract, it is valid. Here it is void, point number 1. And here it depends on the win-loss scenario. One person will win, one person will lose for sure. Whereas in a contingent contract, it is a win-win scenario. Both persons will win. For example, if I pay life insurance premium to the insurance company, they will get money right now. They will use it up for some investment purposes. On the other hand, if I get protected if I die, in case I die, when I say I get protected, my family will get protected. So, there it is a win-win scenario. On the other hand, here it's a win-loss scenario. One person will win for sure, one person will lose for sure. Here it is definitely void, whereas here it is valid. Definitely insurance contracts are valid. Third difference, third important difference, my dear friends. So, you have void and valid, win-loss, win-win. Third important thing. The event here, event of RCB winning, event of CSK winning, etc. Whatever it is, event is the main part of the contract. My entire contract of wager depends on who is going to win, who is going to lose. Main part of the contract itself is this. On the other hand, in case of contingent contract, event of death, mind you, it is secondary or it is collateral. The event of death, my dear friends, event of death, my dear friends, is collateral or secondary. One, it is winning, because here if RCB wins, if CSK wins, if Mumbai Indians win, it's a different thing. Whereas in a contingent contract, if death happens, see, for the main agreement is agreement between insurance company and the insured person, that I will give you premium and in return you will get the protection for you and your family. But in case death happens, death is always secondary. Whereas in this is the main part of the contract. Neither of these people have any control over the event, about the happening or non-happening of an uncontrollable event. That is the difference between wager and contingent contract. So let's see, my dear buddies, wagering agreement. Promise to pay money or money's worth by one person to another on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. So payment here will always be in money or money's worth. Payment will always be money or money's worth. I can either transfer money or money's worth I can transfer. Money's worth means what? I can transfer maybe, a car. If I had agreed for 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, instead of that I can transfer a car. Say 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, I can transfer a car, whatever it is. If RCB win, I will give you a car. They will never win. Correct? That's the thing. Then, and the other contingent contract that we have insured, that example we have already seen. So if you see, let's see the meaning. Promise to pay money or money's worth to one person, to another on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. It is one. Essentials, it should be an uncertain event. Mutual chances of gain or loss. Neither party to have control over any event. No other interest in the event, and money or money's worth. Whereas if you see contingent contract to do or not to do something if some event which is collateral to such contract does or does not happen. So here event which is collateral to such contract does or does not happen. So event here is collateral, secondary. Happening or non-happening, collateral event, uncertain event. Essentials of a wagering agreement are what? There must be promise to pay money or money's worth. Promise must be dependent upon the happening or non-happening of an event. If RCB win, if CSK win, there should be promise to pay money, and it should be dependent on either the happening or non-happening of the event. Event must always be uncertain. Event must be uncertain. There must be two parties. There must be two parties. Obviously, you can't bet against yourself. There must be two parties. The gain of one party must be the loss of the other. One party's gain is the other person's loss. Gain of one party is the loss of the other party. Promise must have been made with the sole intention to gamble. Correct? It should be a gambling, intention. Intention is not to do anything, only to gamble. Both the parties under no circumstances should have control over the event. Guys, if you see, this is what spot fixing is all about. I want the fifth ball to be bowled as a no ball. I'll go to the player and fix the wager only. Imagine. This is fixing the fix. Fixing the wager. Wager is what? I don't have control over the event. In my opinion, fifth ball will be a no ball. Just guesswork. But if I go and fix the entire thing, I'll tell that fellow, please bowl the fifth ball as a no ball, I'll give you 1 crore rupees. For you, 1 no ball is nothing. I'll give you 1 crore rupees. Mohammad Amir happened the same way. He went and did that. He got banned for 5 years. He got banned for 5 years. So all those things will happen, my dear friends. All agreements by a wager are void and no one can recover the amount promised under such a contract either from the other party or the stakeholder by filing a suit in the court of law. Not possible at all. Effect, the contract is definitely void. No action for recovery, no suit for breach. You cannot sue for breach, you can't do anything. The next question that begs us is, like yesterday we saw in the concept capsule, whether agreements are unlawful is one part, illegal is the other part. Illegal is void ab initio, whereas unlawful is something which is not lawful. Are they unlawful or are they illegal is something that we need to understand. Wagering agreements depends on the place. Wagering agreement depends on the place. If the wagering agreements are happening in Gujarat and Maharashtra, what to do? If the wagering agreements are happening elsewhere, what to do? My dear friends, if the wagering agreement is happening in Gujarat and Maharashtra, then it is illegal and void. If it is happening in Gujarat and Maharashtra, then it will be illegal and void. If it is happening any other place, then it is unlawful and void. So please recall the yesterday's discussion on unlawful and illegal agreements. Collateral agreements in unlawful contract are valid. Collateral agreements in illegal agreements are illegal and void. So my dear friends, if I borrow some money to do betting transactions in Gujarat and Maharashtra, the collateral transaction also is illegal and void. Collateral transaction also is illegal and void. Any other place is unlawful and void. Collateral transactions are unlawful and void. Unlawful and void, think about it. No. Commonly made mistake. If the unlawful contract is void, yesterday only we saw, no, collateral agreements are valid. So if I borrow some money and do some betting transactions, etc., and if I borrowed some money, the lender can sue me in other places. In Gujarat and Maharashtra, it is illegal and void. Yes or no? So whether wagering agreements are illegal? Yes, in Gujarat and Maharashtra it is illegal, other places it is void. What are not wagering agreements? What are not wagering agreements? Sale and purchase of shares, stock and goods are not wager, because guys, these are called speculative transactions. Speculative transactions are not wager at all. Because I do buying and selling using some techniques. I simply blindly don't sell and buy, I use some techniques. Price competitions not exceeding 1000 rupees. Price competition not exceeding 1000 rupees. Means what? Price competition which will involve luck. Guys, Kaun Banega Crorepati doesn't involve luck. Kaun Banega Crorepati involves skill and brains and fastest fingers first. It is the speed with which you give the correct answer. That is what matters. Price competition not exceeding 1000. Not exceeding 1000, less than 1000 rupees are not wager. If it is more than 1000 rupees and it involves luck, then it is a wager. There was a program earlier used to call Khulja Sim Sim. So basically, there were 3 doors. You could have asked anything to turn, khulja sim sim. So when it turned, you could get nothing, you could get a car, you could get anything. So price competition not exceeding 1000 rupees. Less than or equal to 1000 is not a wager even if it involves luck. But if it involves luck and more than 1000, then it is a wager. Next, horse race contribution for 500 rupees or more. Horse race contributions for 500 or more is not a wager, my dear friends. Less than 500 is a wager. It is weird. Horse race contribution less than 500 is a wager. More than 500 is not a wager. If you bet on a horse for 400 rupees, it's a wager. More than 500, not a wager, because horse racing is legalized in India. There are various turf clubs in India. In Bangalore also we have Bengaluru Turf Club. So in turf clubs this happens. This is not a wager at all. It would not be a wager, my dear friends. Horse race contributions for 500 rupees or more would not be wager. Lottery is wagering. Lottery is definitely wagering, except when it is conducted by the government. Lottery. Kerala government conducts lottery. For instance, there is a directorate of Kerala state lotteries. Can you believe it, my dear friends? See, lottery results, lottery claim. It's a very, very structured thing, lottery structure. In Kerala, it's a very structured thing. Akshaya lottery, Karunya Plus, Sri Shakti. All this, is it a wager? Are all these things wager, yes or no? No. If the government only organizes wager, it is not. If you see, Kerala State Lottery Karunya results today, first prize is 80 lakh rupees. See, Kerala Lottery Department announced the results, 80 lakh rupees. Second prize is 5 lakh, third plate, consolation is 8,000 rupees. Kerala Lottery Department, prize winners were given the winning numbers. Price structure, everything is given here, 80 lakhs, 80 lakhs, 80 lakhs. Christmas New Year lottery. All the state lottery, of course it's there in Malayalam, so you will not understand that, right? So lottery mechanism is one more thing, my dear friends, very interesting. So lottery is wagering except it is conducted by government. What about casino? Casino is also betting, no? So is casino wager or not? Guys, in Goa there is Deltin Royal Casino, offshore casino. See, you can book 1000 gaming positions and exquisite venues for a swanky soiree and an opulent celebration. Tariffs are there. See, packages. 3000 rupees, 4000 rupees, 5000 rupees, VIP package, teens and kids package. Yes. In Goa, this is 100% valid, Deltin Royal, right? That's what I am trying to tell. So it would be valid in Goa. All other forms which are not recognized would be void. Interesting to note that the only listed company, means the shares are listed in the stock exchange, is the Delta Group. It is the only listed company in India engaged in the casino business and gaming industry. Delta Group. That Deltin Royal is there, no? That Deltin, that is whatever I showed you, is the only see, Deltin Royal Goa, Deltin Caravela Goa, Deltin Sweets Casino. This is the first ever listed company. In Sikkim, Daman and Nepal is also there. Hospitality industry, Deltin Sweets, Goa. Gaming business also they are into it. So all these are examples where it is valid. So contingent contracts depends on happening or non-happening of an event. So if you see rules as to enforcement of contingent contracts, we'll see happening of an event, uncertain future event. For example, here A contracts to pay B a sum of money when B marries C. So A tells B, if you marry C, when you marry, marriage is anyway on the cards, when you marry, I will gift you a car. It's not like dowry or anything, just a gift. Or your friend will say, a friend is getting married, you'll say, what do you want, man? Say, maybe like a washing machine. Okay, I'll get you a washing machine on your, marriage day. But C dies without being married to B only. Then now in that case, you are told that in future I will give on the happening of an event. Now when the event only doesn't happen, guys, obviously the contract becomes void. Non-happening of an uncertain future event. What is the event? Ship returning. What is the event? Returning of the ship. What is uncertain future event? Non-happening, ship not returning. This is nothing but marine insurance. I will take marine insurance that if the ship does not return, then obviously I will get the money back. I will taking insurance. So A agrees to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship does not return. The ship sinks. Titanic. Contract can be enforced when the ship sinks. Very simple. Happening of a specified uncertain event within a fixed time. Happening of a specified uncertain event within a fixed time. Again, what is the event? Ship returning. Fixed time, let's keep it 1 year. What is the event? Ship returning. What is the time? 1 year. A promises to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship returns within the year. The contract may be enforced if the ship, what? Obviously returns within the year. And becomes void. What? If the ship doesn't return within the year. For example, if the ship sinks or returns after 1 year. This is generally the people in the ship industry, they keep going to various places and places, especially the merchant navy, to do business, etc. Then I will tell them that if you return within this time, I will give you extra bonus. Now if you don't return, no bonus, like that. Like I had given you an example before, the father promises the child to get some car or anything if that child clears CA examination. That is a valid contract. That's a contingent contract. If it is written and registered agreement, it becomes a contingent contract. Otherwise, it's merely a social obligation. Non-happening of a certain specified event. Non-happening means ship not returning. A promises to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship does not return within the year. Contract may be enforced if the ship sinks within the year or returns after 1 year. Correct. I will give you if the ship does not return within the year. Correct. Very, very simple. Contract may be enforced if the ship sinks. Will it ever return? No, ship is not returning. Or if the ship returns within the year, then you will not get it, because you will only, if the ship doesn't return within the year, I am paying you. Very, very simple. Guys, this is Karan Johar movie. This example, no, is actually given in the Bear Act. I have taken it and put it here. Karan Johar made the mistake of reading Contract Act. He did some mercantile law maybe in CPT. He failed there. Then that's why he became a movie maker. Karan Johar was reading this and said, bro, let's make one movie. A agrees to pay B a sum of money if B marries C. But C marries D. Oh, the marriage of B to C must now be considered impossible, although it is possible that D may die and C may afterwards marry B. Correct? Shah Rukh Khan's mother agrees to pay something to Kajol, or let's say to Rani Mukherjee, or to Kajol, if Shah Rukh Khan marries Kajol, but Shah Rukh Khan marries Rani Mukherjee. Although it is possible that Rani Mukherjee may die and then Shah Rukh Khan may end up marrying Kajol. See, kuch hota hai movie. Karan Johar, right? That is Karan Johar movie. Next one is Ram Gopal Verma movie. A agrees to pay B 1000 rupees if B will marry A's daughter. Okay. C was dead at the time of agreement. Oh, gone. C is dead. Contract is void. Are you understanding, my dear friends? Right? So that's the difference between wager and contingent contract. Wager and contingent contract. Very, very simple. So guys, as I told you, without fail, please follow me on unacademy.com/Punarvas Jaikumar. If you don't know what to do, go to any of my videos and check out the link here. Punarvas Jaikumar sir's Unacademy profile. Once you click on that, it will take you here where you will see all my followers. You please follow me and you will see my special classes. Free classes. To enter the class, you just need to put the code PJ Sir Law. If you want a discount, you have to put the code PJ Sir Law. If you want this, you have to just put the code PJ Sir Law. Very, very, very simple, my dear friends. Extremely simple. And also, if you see here, any combo subscription or intermediate plus, and we have the iconic for CA Foundation and intermediate, all you need to do is just pick a plan. And once you say pick a plan, in this referral code, all you need to do is PJ Sir Law. And magic, you will get 10% off. So this is all you need to do, my dear friends. Very, very simple. Thank you so much for watching this video, my dear friends. Please, please, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon, because any important video released by me or any of the educators on this CA Foundation and Academy English channel, you will get a notification. Please like this video, share it among your friends, and also please leave your comments in the comment section. If you want to watch any special class of mine on the Unacademy platform, the code is PJ Sir Law. If you want to buy any product, the code is PJ Sir Law to get a 10% discount. Please download the Unacademy Learners app, and in the special class you can also get all the notes as well. You can download. On that note, see you until next time, my dear friends. Love you all. Bye, my CA warriors. Cheers.